guys, welcome to Flame of Recovery Tarot, or welcome back if you're one of my subscribers. This is Cindy, and I'm doing a general collective reading. Pick a card on what's the gossip on you. I pre-shuffled some oracle cards, and pile number 1 would be the Tiger's Eye crystal. Pile number 2 is the Amethyst crystal. And pile number 3 is the Rose Quartz crystal. Now this is a general collective reading on what's the gossip on you. Keep in mind it is general, so if you want a personal reading, you can email me at flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. That's flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. And if you need help with recovery, shout out to my friend Zabil. You can also email me there. And don't forget to like, comment on the videos, hit that all bell so you know when I post, and share them if you think they'll help somebody. And thank you so much to my subscribers for supporting my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I would be forever grateful if you would. Again, what's the gossip on you? Pile number 1 is the Tiger's Eye crystal. Pile number 2 is the Amethyst crystal. And pile number 3 is the Rose Quartz crystal. Okay, so I'm going to move pile number 3 and pile number 2 out of the way. And then we are going to move on, obviously, to pile number 1, which you guys picked the Tiger's Eye crystal. Keep in mind, pile number 1, it is a general collective reading. If you want a personal reading, you can email me at flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. That's flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. And if you need help with recovery, you can also email me there. All right. Okay. I don't know if I can show this card, but anyway. You got the number, oh, you guys got 2828. Wow, my birthday's on the 28th. Anywho, the gossip on you guys, so you could be born on the 28th or the 10th month, because that goes to a 10, or you could be a life path number 1, which I am. And anyway, you got Hunger Vampire, The Runner, Guardian Angel, Stuck, Talking, Interested, Awaiting Messages, Text, Calls, Email, Talking More, Money, Naked Jesus. Let yourself be vulnerable and slow down. Okay, I think the gossip on you is you were dealing with an energy vampire here, okay? Somebody that was using you for your energy, either knowingly or unknowingly, okay? Because people can do it unknowingly, especially if they're not awake, okay? Not that I'm making excuses. But you were dealing with an energy vampire, and you wanted more, okay, than what this person was giving you. This was somebody who would run and ghost you, or you may have had to run away from this situation because it was so draining energetically, okay, and codependent. And this person could have ghosted you because they live in their ego, okay? Guardian angel, some higher power protects you from difficulties and misfortunes. Trust your guardian angel. And I feel like your angels were protecting you, the divine intervened here, but I also feel like you may have felt like a guardian angel to this person, okay? Which is why they wanted your energy. But this person is stuck, okay? Or they were stuck. I don't know what's going on with them at the moment. But this person was stuck, okay? Which is why they wanted your energy. Talking, interested, awaiting messages, text, calls, email, talking more. If you're in separation, or if you ended it, which I have a feeling there was an ending here, this person misses talking to you. They want to talk to you. They may want to come in. They might have money issues, or you may have come into some money here, okay? Spending less money opens up opportunities for saving, investing, and personal development, and pursuing experiences. Yeah, this person could have been living beyond their means to keep up a certain impression. Okay, and this one says Naked Jesus, which I'm covering, okay? The number 28, let yourself be vulnerable. Okay, and this person might have had you were vulnerable to this person, okay? And they might have taken advantage of that, or they thought you were vulnerable, okay? Or they had intimacy issues. They are not able to be vulnerable and connect in that way, okay? Which is why they're a runner. And that's the gossip on what's going on in your life, my pile number ones, okay? And then we have slow down. I'm taking the time to simply be. The angels would like to introduce you to the art of being. There are many things we can rediscover by slowing down and not always rushing to get things done. Walk slowly, pay attention to every step. Leave time for conversation, eat slowly, be deliberately aware of your actions. Okay, so, you know, I think you might have shined the light on this person's demons or whatever you want to say, okay? Your light irritated their demons because they feel stuck in a cycle. And it made you have to slow down and take a look at, hey, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Why am I allowing this? Why am I accepting breadcrumbs, etc.? Or this could have been you, okay? The situation can be reversed, okay? You know if it's you or not. If you're the one that is stuck and you don't know how to produce your own energy and you have to get energy from others and you're a runner and you're codependent, okay? I mean, you know if it's you or not, but I feel like for most of you, it's another person that you're dealing with, okay? This is What's the Tea from Firewitch Tarot. Trigger warning, it is blunt stuff. Okay, so what else is the gossip? This just, ooh, romantic love affair. Oops, the commercial just came on my meditation music. Sorry, guys. Hold on, let me see if I can skip the ad. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna skip it. And anyway, you got romantic love affair, sex fic, secret lover, F buddy. Okay, so this is people are talking about how this person put you into a third party situation. This might have been why they ghosted you or why you had to run away from them. Okay. Sorry about the noise, guys. I gotta get free YouTube. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna get the meditation music back on. Okay, sorry guys. Anyway, so, ooh, and this just flew out. So either you moved, you might have lived with this person and you moved, or you might have just moved, or this person is moving, like they got kicked out of wherever they're at, or they're having money issues here with this money and they have to move. Okay, and people are talking about that. Are you moved? And people are talking about that. Okay. Let's see, what else here is the gossip on my pile. Number one. Zoop. Yeah, people are talking about how you dodged a bullet with this particular person or people, okay? Dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. Yeah, and you could have been dealing with like a narcissist that, you know, has a group of people that enables them. Okay, let me get one or two more of these. What else? Yeah, like I said earlier, your shine irritates their demons. I said it before I forgot this card. Okay, and then we have threatening, intimidating, and threatened, bothered. Yeah, this person is bothered by your light, okay? Or they may have been threatening to you or controlling, okay? Or they're just threatened by, like I said, they're threatened by your light because it shines onto them what they need to heal, and it bothers them, okay? I'm gonna get you some Game of Thrones tarot, and then I gotta get you guys a message card, I just realized. Let me get you, move this over. All right. When I'm done with the Game of Thrones tarot, my pile number one, then I'm going to get you a message from the universe. Now, keep in mind, pile number one, it is a general collective reading. If you want a personal reading, you can email me at flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. That's flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. And if you need help with recovery, shout out to my friend Zabil. You can also email me there. And don't forget to like, comment on the videos, hit that all bell so you know when I post. Share them if you think they'll help somebody. And thank you so much to my pile number one subscribers for supporting my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I would be forever grateful if you would, okay? All right, what else is going on here? What are people, what's the gossip on my pile number one? Okay, Ace of Spears, Ace, Nine of Spears, and the Magician. Okay, so in this deck, Spears are wands, Ace of Wands. So you could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or this person is Nine of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the Magician. I think the Magician is think it's Gemini. I'm not 100% sure, guys. But this, you were dealing with, okay, someone that puts you through a lot. You've been through a lot. You're the wounded warrior here, okay? And this person was impulsive but powerful, okay? They could manipulate people. They can get people to do what they want. They have their flying monkeys if this person's a narcissist, okay? And they put you through a lot, okay? And that's what people are talking about, okay? Let's see, what else? What else here are people saying about my pile? Number one. What else are people saying about my pile? Number one. Seven of Cups, yeah. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And you now have many choices, but I feel like this person had many choices, many people involved in the situation. Like I said, flying monkeys, third parties, etc. Okay, because didn't we get this F buddy card? Okay, could have sexual addiction, sex addiction, drug addiction, alcohol, etc. Okay, and people are talking about that. All right, let's see. Let's get one or two. Ooh, there we go. Five of Cups in reverse. Okay. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Yeah, this person really hurt you, but you let go and moved on, and this person's still stuck and hung up on you, and I think people are talking about that. That's the feeling that I get from that. Okay, let me get you guys my pile number one, and I'm shaking that camera because I have it attached to a little table and I have my cards on there. Anyway, sorry guys. I'm improvising because I'm still not totally set up correctly. So, pile number one, thank you guys so much. I'm going to get you a message from the universe. Don't forget that this was general collective reading. Take what applies, leave the rest. Don't forget to like, comment on the videos, hit that all bell so you know when I post. Share them if you think they'll help somebody. You guys got two and I'm going to take them. And thank you so much for subscribing, pile number one. If you haven't subscribed, I would be forever grateful if you would. All right, guys, you got, if people are, funny, this is what's the gossip on you. If people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for it. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain rather than the result of your actions. Okay? Try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about the future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. Concentrate on the here and now and enjoy every moment for what it is. You are creating new memories. That is your messages from the universe, my pal number one. So thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, hitting that all bell. I don't know if I even mentioned that one time. Hitting that all bell so you know when I post. Sharing my videos if you think they'll help somebody. And thank you so much, pile number one, for subscribing. And if you have not subscribed, I would be ever grateful if you would. Thank you guys, pile number one. And I am going to move on to pile number two, which was the amethyst crystal. Pile number two, keep in mind it is a general collective reading. If you want a personal reading, you can email me at flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. That's flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. And if you need help with recovery, you can also email me there. Shout out to my friend Bill. And don't forget to like, comment on the videos, hit that all bell so you know when I post. I feel like I just said that. And thank you to my pile number two subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, I would be forever grateful if you would. Okay, you got chaos. Clock needs time to heal. Winning. Sooner or later, luck comes to everybody. Don't spend everything at once. Observer. Engagement ring. Patience. Pull your head in. Show more compassion and gratitude. Transform. Okay, number 35 could mean something to you, and then that goes to an 8, which to me is cycles, my pile number 2. Okay, so you had some chaos going in your life, and you had to take some time to heal, okay, and people are talking about that. But you did, in the end, win, okay, not necessarily money, but abundance, peace, and happiness. And whatever people or person or place you had to run away from or get out of or wherever, they're watching you now, okay? Because you're having abundance and you're glowing and moving on, and you may even be engaged, getting engaged, or in a committed relationship now, okay? Then you have patience. It allows us to approach life with a long-term perspective, recognizing that personal growth is gradual and continuous journey. Yeah, and people are talking about how patient you are and how you've been through a lot and how you keep moving forward no matter what, okay? And it's paid off for you. 33, pull in your head, show more compassion and gratitude. The number 33 could mean something to you. The number 6. You might have one time had been, you might have one time have been a kind of person that lived in chaos and been in a toxic cycle, but you realize that you had to have more gratitude towards life, okay? Or maybe dealing with this past chaos in your life and doing the healing and your shadow work has brought in abundance for you in a committed relationship, and you now show more gratitude and compassion for people because you've healed and you're doing your healing because you've transformed, and people are talking about that. Pile number 2. Transform. All things in life change, and I adapt willingly and easily. The angels want you to know that you are now coming full circle. You are ready to move on to the next stage of your life, but that doesn't mean you have to forget the past completely. All of the experiences that have led up to this point have equipped you with the tools to move forward. Yeah, and people are talking about, like, basically you're a spiritual badass here, okay? And you've moved forward and you transformed and you help others do that, okay? Let me get you guys what's the tea from Fire Witch Tarot. Trigger warning, these are blunt oracle cards, my pile number 2. Keep in mind it is general. Take what applies, leave the rest. If you want a personal reading, email me at flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. That's flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. And if you need help with recovery, shout out to my friends at Bill. You can also email me there. I'm having a hard time shuffling these guys. Let me shuffle them one more time. This desk is kind of too small. Alright. What else are people saying about my pile number 2? What else is the gossip on my pile number 2? I don't know if I was saying what are people saying or what's the gossip on you, but this is what's the gossip on you, not what are people saying. That was the last one I did. Sorry, guys. I'm a little tired. Okay, so we got stalker, uninterested, haunted, memories, flashbacks, side effects, fishing for comments. All right, so people are talking about how this person who we already had observer here, this person is watching you, or people are stalking you because you've moved on and you're like uninterested, and they're haunted by like how they treated you or whatever, okay, what they did wrong, how they were stupid to let you go, whatever, and they're posting stuff online purposely to see if you'll comment, to see if you'll notice, etc. Okay, and people are talking about that. All right, let's see what else. Pile number 2. What else? Pile number 2. Jeez Louise, that's a lot. Alright, I guess I'll take it. And this just flipped. Incarcerated. Okay, so this person could actually have gone to jail, or someone tried to get you put in jail or something like that. People are talking about that. And, or this person just is a ghost or comes in and out of your life. This person's all up in your business, or people are just so enthralled by this whole situation and they're all up in your business, okay? That's because they're coming from ego, or this person's coming from their ego because they're dirt digging, all right? They're looking on, well, they're trying to look on social media, but you have them blocked, but they're looking through other people's accounts, okay? Because they're all up in their head, over analyzing the situation, my pile number 2s, okay? And that's the gossip. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get you some Game of Thrones tarot. See what else is going on. What else is the gossip on my pile number 2s? What else is the gossip on my pile number 2s? What else is the gossip spirit on my pile number 2s? Keep in mind it is general. Take what applies, leave the rest. All right, this is Game of Thrones tarot, and those just flew out. Page of Cups, 3 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. All right, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. People are talking about your love life, okay, and this third party possible situation that someone had put you in, or how you're celebrating your new committed relationship here that's possibly going to end in engagement, okay, and how you deserve this and this was your destiny, okay, and it could be with the Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces here, okay, and they're talking about like your new beginning with this person. Okay, and how this other person lost out because they put you in the third party situation, possibly. Okay, let's see. What else? What else? Knight of Coins, yeah, and you have like, this is the slowest moving night, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but this is someone that's steady and concrete and reliable, okay? People are talking about that. What else? What else? All right. I don't want the whole deck. I'm going to take that last one. Four of Swords, yeah. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces that you're dealing with. But you might have had to heal from a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? And, you know, you're healing. You went through, you had to heal from this, okay? This chaos. Is this what we had here? Was it chaos? Yeah, chaos, okay? All right, guys, let me get you a message from the universe. Keep in mind, pile number 2, this was a general collective reading. If you want a personal reading, you can email me at flameoverrecoverytarot@gmail.com. It's flameoverrecoverytarot@gmail.com. And if you need help with recovery, shout out to my friend Bill. You can also email me there. All right, and don't forget to like, comment on the videos, hit that all bell so you know when I post, share them if you think they'll help somebody. And thank you so much to my pile number 2 subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, I would be forever grateful if you would. All right, your message, pile number 2 from the universe, is love yourself more. Saying no to things that feel draining, burdening for you. Saying no when you want to saying no when you want to say no instead of saying yes to please other people. It is a real act of self-love. It definitely is, pile number 2s. I used to do this all the time. I am a freaking people pleaser. And because I also, let's see, let me get rid of this. Thank you, pile number 2s. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'd be forever grateful. And thank you for liking, commenting, sharing my videos, hitting that all bell so you know when I post. And thank you, pile number 2, for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Anyway, what I was saying is that, yeah, you know, learning to love yourself, even though it's a cliche saying, learning to love yourself is the definition of change, okay? All right, let's see, guys. Thank you, pile number 2. And we are going to move on to pile number 3 for what's the gossip on you. And you guys pick the rose quartz. And keep in mind, pile number 3 for what's the gossip on you. It is a general collective reading. If you want a personal reading, you can email me at flameoverrecoverytarot@gmail.com. That's flameoverrecoverytarot@gmail.com. And if you need help with recovery, shout out to my friends Bill. You can also email me there. And don't forget to like, comment on the videos, hit that all bell so you know if I post, so you know when I post, and share them if you think they'll help somebody. And thank you so much to my pile number 3 subscribers for supporting my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I would be forever grateful. Okay, the number 21 can mean something to you. The number 4. Okay, so you got illumination with Goddess Hecate here. Kisses, unconditionally loving, giving, receiving affection, falling in love. Transformation, change is the natural order of things. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Pride and ego, shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, transformation, new hobby, black holes suck, and abundance. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you transformed. You learned to love yourself. You got out of your comfort zone. You overcame your pride and ego because you had a tower in your life, a shocking change, a big transformation, and you did not let this darkness come hold you back, and now you have abundance for it and people are talking about it, okay? Or you could have dealt with somebody that was in pride and ego, okay, and didn't love you unconditionally, and you had to learn to love yourself and fall in love with yourself, okay? and transform. And now you have a new hobby here, engaging in a new hobby, explore and tap passions, explore your and challenge yourself in a different context. Yeah, you got out of your comfort zone. You're doing something new. You might be a reader like myself. You're doing something creative. You're following your passion, and people are talking about that. And you pulled yourself out of the darkness with that passion. Okay. And then we have abundance. Abundance is my essence, my foundation, and my being. The angels are telling you that you already possess the power you have, everything you ever dreamed of, and more. When you cultivate true joy, love, peace, passion, purpose, and freedom inside yourself, you'll see these things reflected back to you in your outside world. Yeah, and that's what you're doing, or have been doing, or have done, and that's what people are talking about. My pile number 3 is... All right. Okay, let me get you what's the tea from Fire Witch Tarot. These are blunt oracle cards. And then I'm going to pull some Game of Thrones tarot for you guys. And then a message from the universe. My pile number 3 is, keep in mind it is a general collective reading. If you want a personal reading, you can email me at flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. That's flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. And if you need help with recovery, shout out to my friends Bill. You can also email me there. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box of my channel. And thank you, my pile number 3 subscribers, for supporting my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, I would be forever grateful if you would. Okay, what else is the gossip on my pile number 3 is? What else is the gossip on my pile number 3 is? Well, someone's looking all up in your business. This just flipped a happiness hater. So like an ex of yours or an ex-friend, ex-family member that you don't associate with anymore. Okay, that's probably the person gossiping. All right, what else is the gossip on you? Someone's crying over you. An ex-friend, an ex-lover, someone's crying over you. Someone that ran away from you, or you had to run away from. My pile number 3 is, and that's the gossip. What else? What else? Ooh, that just flipped. Yeah, this person had scarcity tactics. Like, this person refused to change. They were living in their pride and ego. Okay, they wanted you to accept breadcrumbs, etc., or these people, friend, family member, whatever. And you were like, no. And now they're, yeah, somebody that acted stupid. Okay, I had a loved, respect, admired fan. Now this person is like your hater / fan now. Or they decided to go with like a dumber person. Like if this was a relationship, they decided to go with like a dumber doormat person. Not an empress, okay? Somebody that's willing to put up with breadcrumbs, etc. And this person is like fake flexing. They might have went with someone they thought had money but really doesn't. Or they like to pretend they have money to attract people with money so that they can use them, okay? That's like what's going on. That's the gossip, okay? And people are talking about that. All right, what else? Yeah, this person could be getting readings on you, or you are a reader and they're watching you online, okay? My pile number 3. So let's get 1 or 2 more of these, and I'm going to get Game of Thrones. What else? What else? Because they want you back, and people are talking about it. You might not know this, but this person wants you back. What's on the bottom of the deck? But this person has inner childhood issues. You might have a child with this person. Children could be involved in this situation. And this person's talking shit because they want you back, but they can't have you back, okay? And then, oh, I hate to do this, but this is what was under that, okay? They may have given you something, okay? Or they're saying you gave them something. Or it could not necessarily have to be an STD, but it could be a spiritually transmitted disease, meaning, you know, like this person has sex addictions, inner childhood wounds, and, you know, they need constant attention, okay? And this might have been the situation, and they're just, like, addicted to one-night stands, things like that. And they may have, ooh, the priestess just came out. And you are the priestess. You could be a divine feminine, a reader, like I said earlier. You already kind of knew, but you probably gave this person a chance because you felt for them, okay? But they're just, like, toxic, okay? People are talking about this. All right, what else? What else are people saying about my pile number 3s? What else is the gossip? Not what are people saying? I keep saying that, guys. Same thing, really, but what is the gossip All right, I'm just gonna take it. 3 of Wands, which is a 3 of Spears, Page of Wands, 8 of Coins, 6 of Coins, the Moon, Page of Cups. Okay. 3 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, 8 of Coins, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, 6 of Coins, the Moon, and Page of Cups. Okay. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Yeah, okay, you waited for this person to like work on themselves and give to you equally, but they didn't. They continued to stay in the pride and ego. And then you now have a possible new love with the Page of Cups, okay? A new beginning with somebody, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Or this person wants to come back in, okay? Use your discernment because we did get the want you back card, okay? So use your discernment, guys. All right, it is a general collective reading, so take what applies and leave the rest, okay? Let me get you guys a message from the universe. My pile number 3. Just keep in mind this was general. If you want personal reading, email me at flameofrecoverytarot@gmail.com. And you also be dealing with a Cancer with the Moon, okay? So keep in mind if this person wants to come back in, they may still be in toxic energy, okay? So make sure they're not still in the pride and ego and they're just coming back to use you, okay? Because you are a high priestess, okay? Divine feminine, all right? Or divine masculine, high priest. All right, message for my pile number 3s, please. A message for my pile number 3s, please. All right, guys, release old doubts and fears. You are currently undergoing changes that are necessary for the highest good. They are changes that have been long awaited. Leave the past where it belongs in the past. Trust that everything will fall into place for you in divine timing. I know that's like hard to do, guys, but it's worth it, okay? And I know it's cliche, but don't forget, let me say, don't forget before I say my cliche saying to like, comment on the videos, hit that all bell so you know when I post. Share them if you think they'll help somebody. And thank you so much for subscribing, my pile number 3 subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, I would be forever grateful if you would. And don't forget, it is cliche, but learning to love yourself is the definition of change. Namaste.